Let's just peacefully go to bed, guys. I did the... Oh, wait! I haven't uploaded the video in like 3 months! What's up, guys? Welcome to a new video. You with Budget Monk, and a dog ate my homework, and I was also abducted by aliens. No, in all seriousness, guys, thank you if you're still here watching this, and I am lacking in content and inconsistent, so I apologize for that. I'm just going to be uploading at my own pace going here into the future, and let's get right into the episode. So here we are above the little spider dark room, taking a look at our glorious creation that I finished last session, Mount Mushmore. It took a mere 3 hours on my previous post for people to give the amazing name. Chat is really MVP here in the comments with these name jobs. I love the name Mount Mushmore. And what I want to do next, I want to connect this little river Nile that I have here with my reeds to sort of the waterfall over here, and it's going to be like a really nice huge lake project that I want to create and work on. But before we do that, right here near the Church of the Lightning Stone, we're going to be building a fanciful building. It's going to be a great library where I actually want to put cartographer villages, if that's possible. I kind of envision this area in front of the Church of the Lightning Stone is going to be like a grand plaza, and we're going to have nice buildings surrounding it, and this is the spot right here for the great library. Just finished putting some lanterns up, and at least externally this is the finished product here, guys. I'm going to show you around. I like it a lot. It looks cool. I was definitely thinking about a name job, if you guys could name this building, because it's the Great Library. Internally, it's not finished. I want to put library books everywhere, as well as the lecterns and cartography tables and stuff like that, and we'll have villages inside. But I'll give you guys the tour, the rough layout. And in terms of naming, it did occur to me that, you know, it's like the Great Library of Alexandria. Maybe you guys would like to name this whole spawn region, or like low-key name the world as well. I don't know if you guys have some good ideas. That would be really cool. But again, internally not finished, although I have mapped it out and I do have a plan. There's a lot of different access points, And we've got steps up here. So this central step, and then we've got a second level, as well as 2 other ways up, and then sort of a top level, which I wanted to kind of be like pseudo outdoors, and I think I achieved that pretty well. Good lookout spot up here, and I'm going to do a lot of adding flavor and increasing the inside, building the inside up in a future episode. So around the outside, more lanterns and a bit of a shrubbery going on. That's what I was going for. I think it looks really nice. I was worried about the proximity to the aqueducts here and how it would kind of interface with that, but I think it's fine. Happy with it. Not too awkward, nice and open, and happy with the build overall. If I'm going to build a town square here, these animals need to be moved around. They're the original animals of our animals dynasties down here. But look at that, nice with the sunset. I think it's a really happy. I'm glad, happy with the look. And tell me about your thoughts down below. Back over near Mount Mushmore in the Void area, guys, I did grow a lot of dark oak while I was building the library. And I've been resisting this a little bit because it's such a big job, but at least this time I have really nice tools, unlike when I first made the aqueduct. We're going to go ahead and put down a ton of dark oak. I can use some half slabs, but where I wish to place the water, it needs to be a full block so that it doesn't just become a waterlogged half slab. And then otherwise, I need to make it so that all around the adjacency of the lake, the outsides, are waterlogged blocks so that they don't actually freeze, and then the lake will not freeze internally. Unfortunately, these slimes that you see here became a big issue, but for now I was able to avoid them. As you saw, I put full blocks around the outskirts so I could place water on top and not waterlog the half slab, while I did the same thing in a diagonal line through the lake, highlighting it this time with a different type of plant. That way I could water the entire outside of the outskirts of the lake, as well as placing water blocks diagonally throughout, which would basically make the entire lake source blocks. So after doing the entire outskirts and the diagonal line throughout the lake, it was just a matter of putting down thousands and thousands of half slabs. And of course I was always actively growing dark oak while I was consuming it. Hanging out over the void, I encountered more friends. Villager friends. And as I placed down more half slabs, that created more viable locations for slimes to spawn. It snowed many times, which was inconsequential because the water would just wash it away. Slowly but surely, after filling in the void from different angles, it was more just like there ended up being multiple holes, which I was filling it in, and I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is the last little bit, guys. This is the last little bit. I've been doing this forever, and I hate slimes. I hate them. After this, I'm going to stand in front of Telos and watch him just murder some slimes, because they're freaking everywhere out here, if you can't tell that already. Oh my gosh. Here we go. The last hole. Oh, there it is. There it is. The next step is going to be water. We're going to put water down. And I need to take a break after that. Die, you stupid. During my construction process, I did come across a wandering trader and I came to a realization. You know, I do kind of have infinite emeralds. You trade for 8 of these guys. I wonder if when we get wood, if I should just take them, honestly. I think I should. It's just such an efficient way, especially because you can 4x these. I think if we get traders with wood logs, I'm just going to take them to basically introduce more blocks into the world. I've got 3 iron buckets, guys, and it's been weird. You can see there are mobs everywhere, as that is a viable spawning location, but 3 should be a good number. We've got 3 water buckets full, and it's time for the great flooding. I'm going to go run away over where hopefully mobs aren't actually... Whoa. Alive, spawned in. Hopefully everything else despawns here, and we got to do this during the day. Okay, here we are. So oh gosh, these slimes are everywhere, but we have to waterlog all of the surrounding steps around the outskirts. That's what I'm going to do first, and just fill up the buckets here. Just like that. Hopefully it isn't too bad. Hopefully the slimes are tolerable and I can just kind of ignore them if they get pushed away by the water. But yeah, I'll start with the outer ring, and let's see how we go. I found that doing the section that was nearer to my sort of landmass wasn't too difficult due to this natural barrier that you can see keeping the slimes actually out, so it's pretty good. And the outer area wasn't too bad because I was able to sort of run along the outer ledge, as you can see, so pretty nice. The water also created a natural kind of windfall pushing the slimes away. But what I like to do is to run around to different sections and kind of maybe potentially allow the slimes to despawn and that sort of thing. But yeah, when I made the diagonal mass of full blocks to put water on, I guess that was unnecessary, guys, because as you can see, the water all fills in just by doing the outer edge. I wasn't 100% sure that was going to be the case, but as you can see, it was basically just a whole lot of this filling things in and hoping that I didn't miss a spot so that we wouldn't get any ice occurring and mass spreading. But right as I finished up this section and you can see the water flow all the way down, I went over here to check in on all the nooks and crannies, and guess what I found? Exactly that. Some frozen ice blocks there. Okay, guys, the flood is done, but there's ice over here. I have to stop it from spreading, and it's right near some slimes that spawn on the chunk. So they spawn on the chunk there of Mount Mushmore down at the base. So what a pain. I got to break all of this while I clear them out as well. And then we have to find the origin point. Where is this ice originating from? Oh my gosh, this is so hard. Trying to break this stuff and deal with the bad guys, but... Oh, there's a skeleton. Okay. Oh no, oh my gosh. I'm cooked. No. Okay, if it shoots the slimes... If he just shoots the slimes, you got a body. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh shoot, I died again. I don't think I've lost anything, but geez, it's not common that I die. I gotta run, go get my stuff, and stop the ice from spreading. How painful. So I found the spot of the ice, I gathered my things, and I just filling in these little nooks and crannies here, which went over all the way to the other side and completed the flooding. Flooding achieved. So the next job is to actually get rid of this platform underneath, guys, and it's a painful job. I have to go around cutting with my diamond axe basically every single spot. So this is the type of thing that you need to do. I'm gonna do it while I watch something else on my side monitor and just casually plug away at it. In terms of how many blocks need to be torn up within this area, well, this long length is approximately 379 blocks, and the shorter length is approximately 118 blocks. This means that if we were to fill it entirely in, that would be 44,722 blocks. As you can see, it's not entirely composed of this wood that I need to tear up, though there is some space filled with the base of Mount Mushmore. What a huge job, guys. All the water has been placed and I'm out on my lake. Wow, it feels so cool to have a lake here, guys. Now check this out. I am so low on the altitude near the bottom of the world that I think it's because this is in the shade, but we have glowing squids down here. And I think glowing squids are in that category of animal that they can't, they don't stay around. Even if we give it a name tag or something, I think it will go away. Or maybe it will just fall out of the world in this case. But we do have a kind of little clan going on here of glow squids that will... I see them all the time directly under the little spider box. But otherwise, what a huge job, guys. I can't say for sure that that was actually worth it. But I'm out and about and I've got some water to play on. So that's really, really cool. It's, you know, it is big, but at the same time, once I start going really far in one direction, you know, the mountain starts looking worse from that angle and stuff like that. But I'm going to do more. I'm actually going to go and clean a lot of this up and prettify it. So yeah, otherwise I just did a huge overhaul as a kind of revamp to the world, prettifying everything and improving a lot of stuff that we've already done. So we have a little wharf here, guys, that I put here, you know, to kind of give easy access, a lot of boats around to our new lake. And I tried to make the entrance to the aqueducts, joining the aqueduct with like a real water source. It's a one higher spilling out here. I try to make it look more sort of concrete by using iron blocks. There's another one over there. Little reed area. So my reeds have been relocated from the little Nile area to this. This is where I have them. And I just grow them along the beach for now. That's fine. That little elevated area is actually because this is a slime chunk preventing the slimes, but form follows function, like it makes it look a little bit different. Lots of lanterns up in the night sky. It looks really, really nice. Did an overhaul here to the little Nile River type thing, which inspired this entire lake. And as you can see, it's a one or half a block descended down. I kind of like the look, and as well as overhauled the lagoon. The lagoon used to be a little bit elevated, trying to streamline everything, just a bit of prettification. Following the Mount Mushmore trend, you know, I don't have dirt blocks, guys. I have very little, let alone grass, and I don't even have podzol. I've yet to find a trader who sells podzol. But I do have the mushroom block, and I'm actually a big fan. We might be the #1 Minecraft mushroom enthusiast at this rate, because look what I did to my little farmlands area. You know, again, it's simulated mud. It's nothing fancy. But this here, if you're wondering, I'm trying to simulate paths that look less fancy through the kind of animal mud area. And this is also a mushroom block, but these mushroom blocks, if you're not careful with them, I'll show you. We whack one there. When the mushroom blocks are joined together, that's my silk touch. See that? The underside has a funny sort of look to it. And I'm just messing around. I wanted to kind of simulate or just implied pathways with using that side of the mushroom block. I'm pretty happy with it all in all. The lanterns look a little bit too fancy for me for this area, so I put just a couple up. That's kind of the entrance over there. But this is, yeah, my new farmers, which were just out and about in an unusual spot. Here, I moved some tanners over to this area, nearer to the animals, and we've got animal pens because I've got a project planned for my the patriarchs, the leader of the animal dynasties, and I want to make sure that we have some accessible animals out here. So just various pens, as well as various growing areas. You know, a long time dream I've had for my area here is to have like a whole farming area, and unfortunately I just do not have the dirt to sort of make it happen. So just some nice humble stuff for now. But I'm really happy with the kind of revamp overall. I also put up some trees intended to be, whereas I'm still farming wood occasionally here, as you can see. I put up some trees which are supposed to be more kind of permanent. I like the way they look, and little decoration slash sort of boundary around the edge, as well as a lot of implied fences you can see. Kind of a lot of access in and out, but just an implied fence. Something kind of unique that I just chose to do, and I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, give me your feedback if you like the look of our little township. I did also get cactus, as you can see, so I'm growing some cacti, and I'm going to make a little project with those. But otherwise, guys, I want you, if you can, to come up with a cool name for our village, something unique to our world, maybe involving the names of our blocks like Arnold and so on, maybe just the fact that we are built up from nothing. But if you guys can come up with a cool name for our world, and I'll pick one, then we can name it the Great Library of, you know, our world, and maybe the Great Lake of our world this episode. So I'd be so grateful. Thank you very much for watching, and I will just throw it out there that we're using fully iron equipment now. I'm using leather boots so that I can walk on snow, but apart from that, we got plenty of iron. So I appreciate you guys. I'll try to be more active, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in another video.